Shirlene Hill, Shirlenehill. First, I would like to say, I believe in God Almighty, and I believe He is in control of all things. Next, I would like to say this: I live in the United States of America, where we are told there is justice for all. Therefore, I stand here today believing that the justice system of the United States of America has prevailed for my son, Jamel Earl Johnson. As I sat in this courtroom for agonizing pretrial hearings and for 6 horrible days of actual trial, I observed a young man sitting day after day and showing no remorse. I watched his total disrespect for me, the mother of the slain victim, Jamel Earl Johnson. I watched his obvious disregard for Jamel's family and friends who have had to sit through tears and heartache and listen to and see pictures of the horrifying, gruesome details of Jamel's final moments on this earth. I watched a young man giving dap and having conversation with his family and friends as if all of this was a joke. I observed him smiling and laughing as if he wasn't worried about any of this, as if the system would just give him a slap on the hand and let him return to the community. His attitude has appeared to be that of one who has given no thought or care to what he has caused or to what he has done. I have had to endure him calling out and talking to his daddy after each and every break. My heart ached as I heard his mother call him Boo. These things pained me. They were excruciating to me because I can no longer hear Jamel's voice calling his father Daddy, or calling me Mommy. I am no longer able to call out to my son, who I affectionately call my J-Rock. He was very special. He was a very special rock in my life. I can no longer hear his voice or see his beautiful smile that could light up any room. That was all taken from me and my family and friends on February 6, 2011, the day I was given my life sentence at the hands of Columbus Jones. I heard in testimony that my son not only pleaded for his life, but pleaded for the lives of many unarmed and defenseless young people that night. They were young men, young women with plan and purpose and futures. But Jamel's plea went unheeded and fell on deaf ears. Columbus, Jamel did not only offer you the opportunity to do the right thing, but opportunity after opportunity was offered to you to do the right thing. Yet you chose to ignore them all. If you had just listened, you wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here today. Your mom and your dad wouldn't be here today. None of us would have to be here today. And above all, Jamel would still be here today. It was your choices, your irresponsibility that caused all of us to have to be here today. You had no right to take a life you did not nor could not give. You have created a senseless situation that can produce no winners. There are no winners here today. Not my family, not your family. I repeat, there are no winners here, no winners. Columbus, on February 6, 2011, you created horrific, mind-altering memories for me and my family and friends, as well as for Jamel's fraternity brothers, his friends, and a community that loved him dearly. You caused terror for young people of all colors and diversities. You created memories that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. Your senseless act has caused me countless sleepless nights. You has caused me, Shirley Lynn Hill, Jamel's mother, gut-wrenching pain and unrelenting heartache, the kind that never stops, never ends, never ever goes away. Columbus, you robbed me a precious treasure that night. You robbed me of my son, Jamel. You robbed me of my legacy. For you see, my hopes and dreams of celebrating Jamel's children, my grandchildren, were cruelly ended that night. You robbed Jamel's father of a son, his siblings of a brother, his nieces of an aunt, of an uncle. You robbed his grandmother and grandfathers of a grandson. You broke the heart of his 96-year-old great-grandmother. He had aunts and uncles and a god-sister and a godson and cousins who loved him dearly. You robbed them all. You took from them what you had no power to give back. You took Jamel. You robbed Wilson Middle School children of a loving mentor. You robbed a community of an outstanding role model. You robbed our world and our people of an awesome, upcoming African American male. Columbus, you didn't even know him. Jamel worked hard to complete his education. Yet on May 21st, 2011, you robbed him of the opportunity to walk across the stage at Bigley Center before his family and friends to receive his Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from Youngstown State University. Hundreds upon hundreds of young men and women walked across that stage that day, but Jamel could not. You stole that privilege from him. Columbus, you had no right. Now, because you have shown no remorse, no respect, no regard, and have taken no responsibility for ending my son's life, for shooting and injuring 11 innocent, defenseless young men and women, for disrupting the lives and peace of many other young people who were also in that room that night. Columbus, you didn't even regard the life of your own friend who was still in the room. So for these reasons, Columbus, I now turn from you to the Honorable Judge John M. Durkins and say, Your Honor, Judge John M. Durkins, this is what I request. For the senseless crime that he has committed against my son, Jamel Earl Johnson, and 11 innocent, defenseless young men and women, and on behalf of our community who is sick and tired of losing our young people to senseless gun and street violence, I want Columbus Jones to receive the maximum sentencing that can be executed and is permissible to him by the power of the law. As I close, I reiterate the following. I do believe in God Almighty, who I know is in control of all things. I am a citizen of the United States of America. So I stand here today placing my faith in its justice system. I stand here today on behalf of my son. I stand here believing that the justice system of the United States of America, which has brought us here today, will also prevail here today. For my dear, precious son, Jamel Earl Johnson, my J-Rock. Thank you, Your Honorable Judge John Durkins. Thank you to the prosecutors, Becky and Don, for your outstanding job. Well done. Thank you to the jury who worked hard to bring justice to my son, Jamel Earl Johnson. Thank you. Thank you.